What I love about linguistics is how people can form a connection through language, how people can form a connection to each other, how they connect with their family, their heritage, their culture. When I was young, my grandmother would only speak Spanish as she got older, and I couldn't understand her. And to this day, I wonder what words specifically she chose to speak to me. I think that the specificity that people use in language expresses something that you can't always gain from a translation. My name is Icarus Bailey. My major is linguistics with a minor in American Indian Studies. I attended Hallmark Charter in Sanger. When I transferred from Fresno City College, I graduated with highest honors. During my time at Fresno State, I've gotten the president's list for a few semesters. I was able to participate in the College of Arts and Humanities honors program and graduated from that as well. Particularly with Indigenous languages, when people learn the language of their heritage, they are able to see the world through the lens that their family had in the past. They are taking on a worldview of the people who spoke that language before. It describes how people see the world just in how it's built, how the grammar comes together. It brings a perspective of how people have seen the world in the past. It brings their opinions, their feelings. It brings the entire culture to you through their lens when you learn that language. I am happy to work in an internship currently with STEMnet, working on building a database of Indigenous languages based on ethnobotanical information, focusing on documenting Indigenous knowledge of plant life, how it is used, where it is found, and allowing the STEM division at Fresno State access to that so that they can use it in the future. I do tutoring locally in my own neighborhood, mostly in phonetics. I have a few neighbors who have children who are first learning how to read. We spend time every Saturday at a local library. When I first started college, it was right out of high school, and I was an undiagnosed disabled student. I wasn't prepared for it, and I quickly found out that I wasn't getting passing grades. It took a lot of rehabilitation and a lot of care, a lot of work to get myself to take one class at a time, and then 2 classes at a time, and 3 classes at a time. When I came to Fresno State and I started navigating being a disabled student and the accommodations that were available to me, I was surprised that I didn't have to over-explain. No one ever seemed to think any less of me for it. I think I owe a lot to the compassion and understanding of teachers that have enabled me to succeed. I would like to thank my dad. He has been nothing but supportive of me. He's always hounding me about inviting him to any events that I'm a part of. Whenever I need to draft an email, he's always there to listen to me. He always gives me honest feedback. I would like to thank my friend Janelle. She's in a related major, and I remember late nights sitting in the car talking about homework assignments, and there are quite a few that I probably still couldn't wrap my head around without her. I would like to thank my friend Milo. He lives across the country, but he's always up for discussing linguistics. Even though he's not into linguistics, he gives me the opportunity to explain things to him, and once I know that I can explain it in a manageable way, I know that I understand it. So he's given me a lot of confidence to get to where I am. And I'd like to thank my friend Brooke. I think that I've learned so much about just linguistics and how words sound from her. Whenever I talk about an assignment to her and she repeats it back, it really makes me think about how people sound out words, and she's so patient with me. And I have to thank my grandparents. They've always been supportive of me going to school through the highs and lows. They've seen me at my lowest, crying when I didn't get into a certain class, afraid that I wouldn't graduate on time, and letting me know that even if I didn't graduate on time, or even if I didn't make straight A's that particular semester, that I still had value.